friends, today we are going to be continuing our discussion about two very important trees from the Bible. Last week we talked about the tree of knowledge of good and evil. This tree was located in the Garden of Eden, where Adam and Eve dwelled in basically paradise with God. But following some pretty bad advice from a snake, Adam and Eve ate the fruit from the tree, taking the knowledge of good and evil for themselves rather than trusting in God. And because they introduced sin into this paradise, they were cast out. Today, we are going to talk about the other important tree in the Garden of Eden, the tree of life. This tree acts as the source of true, everlasting life that comes from God. But just like the tree of knowledge, the gifts from this tree aren't meant for us to take for ourselves. Rather, true, eternal life is a gift from God. In the Methodist Church, we talk a lot about grace. Grace is God's love and mercy that is freely given to us. That freely given piece is really important. Ephesians chapter 2, verses 8 and 9 say, "For by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing. It is the gift of God, not the result of works, so that no one may boast." Grace is not something we take or even something we earn. Rather, it is a gift that God has given to us, and accepting that gift is how we receive God's everlasting life. Think back to a couple of weeks ago when we talked about John chapter 15, where Jesus tells his disciples, "I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing." By accepting the gift of grace, we are choosing to remain in Jesus, the true vine, or, in a way, the tree of life. When we celebrate communion, we remember Jesus telling his disciples to partake of his body and his blood, and we also remember the sacrifice he made for us in turn for us to have this free gift of life. So, in communion, Jesus is inviting us to eat from the tree of life. In John 10:10, Jesus says, "I came that they may have life and have it abundantly." I pray that you experience the power of God's abundant life today and every day. And I hope to see you for youth group outside the youth building this Sunday from 7 to 8 p.m. Bye, friends.